Today's Gospel reading tells of the story of Mary and Joseph bringing the infant Jesus to the Temple of Jerusalem to present him to the Lord, following the laws and customs of their people. And in the temple, they encountered two remarkable persons, Simeon and Anna. Filled with the Holy Spirit, they recognized Jesus as the fulfillment of God's promise. Simeon proclaimed, "My eyes have seen the salvation which you have prepared in the sight of your people, a light to enlighten the pagans and the glory of your people Israel." Samuel and Anna showed us the beauty of patient and faithful waiting. They spent their lives in prayer and hope, trusting in God's promise. In our own lives, we are called to trust that God is always at work, even in times of waiting and uncertainty. We trust in God's timing, even when God seems silent. Our second reading is taken from the letter to the Hebrews. It speaks of the meaning of the Son of God taking on human flesh and blood. He came to share in our human conditions. He concludes by saying that because he himself has been through temptation, he is able to help others who are tempted. In our own lives, in our human situations, we know that sometimes we face temptation, sometimes we are tested, sometimes we face struggles, and if we do not put our trust and hope in God, we can be overwhelmed with our problems. In those moments that it seems very bleak, we are seemingly hopeless, we do not know what to do, let us remember Simeon and Anna and their virtues of patient and faithful waiting. Today's feast also celebrates Christ as the light of the world who dispels the darkness of sin and death, as sung by the short hymn of Simeon. So we include in this Mass the blessing of candles. It is a reminder that in baptism we receive the light of Christ. Can you remember a few symbols used during baptism? Of course, the most obvious one is the pouring of water. But then there is also the wearing of white garment and the lighting of candles. The priest would invite the godparents to come forward to receive the light of Christ from the Easter candle, and then the priest will pass the candle to your godparents and the godparents to the baptized person. So that symbol precisely is to remind us that we have received the light of Christ. And this candle is meant to be burning brightly. It challenges us to examine whether we allow this light to shine in our life through our words, actions, and choices. All of us are called to be the light of Christ wherever we are, in our homes, workplaces, schools, communities. As parents, you can enlighten your children by showing them examples. How? Let them see you pray. If you have a family altars, pray at your family altars. Let them see that you pray. Spend quality time to play and eat with your children, to show that you care for them by being with them, and provide them with examples of Christian charities by the way you treat the poor, the needy, those who have special needs around you. Let them see you caring for the needy. Employees can work with honesty and treat colleagues with respect and kindness. We all have different personalities, so somehow with our co-workers, we may not immediately like them because of their characters, etc. But we can learn to respect them and be kind and helpful to them. As students, young people, you can show care and concern for your peers, especially those who are shy, slow, or feel lonely. Even the smallest acts of love can shine brightly in a world that sometimes is darkened by sin, division, and despair. Christ is the light to enlighten the people. Let us share in that light and let us shine brightly in the presence of those around us.